Welcome to the exciting rebirth of Superstar, featuring choose your membership rate as low as just $3 a month. At Superstar, you get expanded, exclusive video scopes each and every week, unlimited access to special horoscopes, class passes for Synchronicity University, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space. I look forward to meeting you there. Hello, fabulous Superstar Virgo. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of February 2023. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. It is a remarkable astrological month. Without a doubt, big moves happening in the sky now. It is going to be this month that we have a very powerful full moon taking place in the sign just before yours on the 5th of the month. Now, this full moon is one with a whole lot of energy. And so on the one hand, it's speaking in harmony with Mars, which is amazing, energizing, if you will, and empowering. Also speaking in harmony with Jupiter, and that brings with it a magnification of faith, which I think you will love. However, there's also another interesting connection playing out here, and that is with Uranus. This does suggest, this conversation of tension does suggest that there's a lot stirring within you on levels of soul and psyche and spirit. And there may be some important realizations that come forward now that may feel like they come out of nowhere, that may take you by surprise, that may feel like in some way they have you scrambling, but that ultimately is part of the wisdom of this time, helping you to tap into the strength and the healing and the blessings and the hope and the possibility of this time. This is very much a wake up that stirs you very deeply, but this awareness should absolutely be welcomed. Where it was that you just didn't realize about a key person, place, thing, or situation, as you come to see what's really going on, what the truth really is, ultimately you'll understand your best way forward from here. This is a time that is meant to empower and strengthen and embolden you. And that certainly is the case here as well. Now, this part of the sky also has to do with karmic blessings and closing karmic ties. And it's done with the knowledge, the connection to an understanding of all that you have yet to do in this lifetime. And so it is possible that there could be dramatic closures that seem that they come out of nowhere, but this should be really welcome because it helps you to tap into even bigger karmic blessings. It may feel as if events and truths come out of nowhere, but ultimately this puts you in a position of power and even wealth as well. You're coming to the truth of a situation, of an understanding, and that in turn brings with it a tremendous inner strength. And from there, whatever needs to change externally, let it. It really is okay because whatever happens, you end up with the advantage. Now, as we navigate further, we have a very important new moon taking place in your opposite sign. Now, this new moon is going to be an interesting one in some ways. It is close in the sky with Saturn, but it's what astrologers call not a true conjunction. So a conjunction is when two planets are next to each other in the sky. And certainly in terms of how close they are, this new moon at the very beginning of its sign and Saturn at the very end of its sign, well, they are close together, but they're in different signs totally. So again, it's a conjunction, but not a true conjunction. There is that aspect there, which makes this a time of consequence. And we also have this new moon speaking in harmony with the nodes. So whatever might be transpiring, there is a sense that it is part of some higher, more loving wisdom, that what is taking place now might have a will of its own, but ultimately you can see that it is good. It is this new moon taking place in a part of the sky for you that has to do with partnerships of all kinds, professional partnerships and alliances, business alliances as well. Other than these particular aspects I just mentioned, there are no really big planetary connections playing out with this new moon at this time. And so what that suggests is this amplification of a seed moment becoming that much more important. There may be practical things taking place. You may be connecting with new people, but it looks more likely that the new people you are connecting with, you're going to have to allow the connections to go at their own pace and take on a will of their own. If these are karmic connections with karmic contracts, you may not necessarily be aware of it right away, and yet they will come together in the fullness of time. If it is that you are connecting one-on-one with people for shared prosperity, make sure you are considering the successes that they've already had, that you've already had, because ultimately it is those that have already done it, already proven it, that ultimately can end up being the most useful to you in terms of your business aspirations and hopes. One-on-one alliances and a new moon brings with it new people to align with as part of moving towards a better set of circumstances. But again, those new alliances will go at their own pace, slowly but surely, and who is right for you, who is part of your future success, will be revealed. Now, where it comes to matters of love, this is a very important new moon in the context of love. Like, you've already got Venus moving through your opposite sign, and will leave your opposite sign on the 20th of the month. So we already have this wonderful romantic energy across the sky from you, but that new moon brings with it new people, new opportunities. With Venus in your opposite sign, there's a sense that you could connect with people with real long-term potential. With Saturn so close to this new moon, needing to pace yourself, being patient could be part of how it is that you navigate forward at this time. It's almost like you have the big picture or the long term in mind. And that will also help you to get really honest with yourself about where you are right now, where new beginnings are ready to occur. So for those of you open to meeting someone new when we have such important lunar energy in your opposite sign, like a new moon or a full moon, it tends to suggest that someone else is there to help us to understand where we are in love and how we feel about it. And so this is your moment right now. Some of those realizations may be personal, but what I do love about this energy is that you're able to see how, wherever it is that you are right now in love, you can also trust the universe to align you with the love that is right for you going forward from here. There may be someone there by the time we get to this new moon, but the realizations really are the point, regardless of what might happen with this person. But considering how close Saturn is, it does suggest that you'll be more interested in those that have long-term potential. For those of you just starting to date somebody, I see this new moon as a moment of truth for you. The truth about how you really feel about this person, and perhaps somebody new presenting themselves or a new chapter with this person. And so if it is that both of you are on the same page, look, with Saturn, either you're moving towards commitment or you're getting honest with yourself of the reality of the situation. And really, I think when Saturn is activated, it also makes us aware of time, meaning how finite our lives really are. And if it is that we are with somebody that really is not the person for us going forward from here, it tends to be the case that we're not okay with that. We get honest about that and we're able to say, okay, my life is finite. I'm going to go out there and see what could be for me. I don't want to just dilly-dally with somebody that I'm not that into. So yes, it is either a fresh start moving towards partnership with this person or somebody brand new, or you realizing that this person is not the one for you and making a clean break. And for those of you in an established bond, the overwhelming majority of Virgos out there are going to find this an energy of a new understanding, a new strength, a new clarity. Are going to find this a time when you're able to reach a sense of clarity about each other and about the love that you share, helping you to feel that much more secure and committed. There is going to be a very small percentage of Virgos out there, if you have felt for a while that maybe you're not in the right relationship for you, all of that is going to stir very strongly now. And energy like this does suggest that you will likely want and likely will find yourself inclined towards being honest enough with yourself about what is happening here to go in a different direction. Now, I do want to remind you, regardless of your relationship status, remember, next month, we have Saturn moving into your opposite sign. This is huge. Saturn in your opposite sign brings with it a brand new cycle of about 3 years where love will hold some of the most important lessons for you. I'll be here to talk about it as we get there, but I just wanted to mention it now because regardless of what's happening in love, it's like that journey is going to change and accelerate in key ways, navigating forward from here. What I love about this month for you, wow, what an exciting and valuable astrological moment. I love how in many ways you are navigating forward with purpose and intent. It is one of those times that is bringing you to some truth within yourself, profoundly so, but also the truth about the people in your life, those one-on-one alliances. Where alliances are strong, they will become so much stronger. And where it is that perhaps some alliances have served their purpose, well, this is going to be a time when new people show up that represent a more stable and successful future. Well, thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this each and every week for each and every sign for as low as just $3 a month. Would choose your membership rate at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. Higher tiers get you things like all access passes to Synchronicity University events, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. Links are in the description below. Thank you again for watching. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.